Juan Mendez, Scott's #1 fan. Chapter 4. Kim. It was the middle of the day, and Sydney and I were making love against the window of a room at the Four Seasons Hotel in Georgetown. A room that damn near cost more to stay there for one night than me and Drew's monthly rent. Sydney smashed me so hard I thought we would go crashing through the window and down onto all the Benzes and Bentleys that were waiting to be parked in the garage of the hotel. You could see all of Georgetown from our view and other parts of the city. We would go to different fancy hotels throughout the DC area to mix it up a bit, just in case we were being followed for some reason, with Sydney being an NBA star and all that. Our sweaty bodies were starting to smear and fog up the window. I dug my nails into his back, moaning so loud. I was trying my best to keep from screaming. I didn't want to disturb the other people in the hotel to have someone sent to our room to see if I was being murdered or something, instead of making love to my baby. My $100 million baby. Sydney carried me over to the bed, with him still inside me, laid me down, and finished me off. I buried my face into his neck and moaned loudly as we both came together. Afterward, we lay there, both breathing hard as if we just played a game of one-on-one basketball. "I'm gonna have to leave you alone," Sydney said, out of breath and turning his head slightly and peeping over at me. I see that now. On my back and glued to the bed, without moving my body, I turned my head to him. I wanted to speak, but I was stuck. Was he about to break things off with me? Finally, I spoke. "Why?" I asked, sensing concern in my own voice. "I'm not going to have any strength by the time training camp starts next week." I busted out laughing, playfully hitting Sydney on his muscular chest. I was so happy he wasn't breaking things off with me before I could put my plan into action to be with him and his money for the rest of my happy-to-be finally rich life. "Baby, I hate to fuck your brains out the way I do," I said, rolling over and sliding my sweaty naked body on top of his. "But I just love being with you." Sydney started grinning up at me. "Is that right?" "Mm-hmm," I said, tongue-kissing him. "I want to be with you forever." All of a sudden, Sydney got quiet. Something seemed to be bothering him. I started rubbing his chest. "What's wrong?" I asked, staring down into his brown eyes. "Why are you so quiet?" "It's my crazy-ass wife that's bothering me. She's claiming that somebody is calling our house and claiming to be my #1 fan out to kill her." I rose and started laughing. When I looked down and saw how serious Sydney was, I covered my mouth, trying hard to stop laughing. "Sound like some crazy shit, doesn't it?" "Yeah, she bothers me, man." "Really?" "Shit. Debbie doesn't love me. At least not like she did at first. On top of that, I know she got a friend on the side." "Are you sure?" Sydney looked into my eyes when he nodded, and my stomach felt like I was on a roller coaster ride. He was an inch closer to being mine, him, and his money. "With the money you got, you can easily hire a private investigator to prove it." "Yeah, but what good would that do me?" "Take that shit to court with you when you divorce her sorry ass." Sydney's eyes wandered around the room as he thought about what I had just said. "It wouldn't do me no good. All she would do is cry to the judge that I pushed her ass over the edge to date other men. That's crazy. Shit, it is crazy. All y'all women know the court system is for y'all. Definitely not for us men." "Not all the time," I said, giggling. "Men got their rights just like we do." "Yeah, we'll see."